Hello everyone, Nev here, and today I will be opening the mystery cards for February. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak. Yeah, so these were the cards from last month for January, and right at the back here, I can't really see, but I do have a candle here that I am going to go ahead and light now. Yes, all right. Now we can't really see the candle there, but that's okay. I can see it. And there we go. All right. So last month we got fantastically the first card I pulled of the year was Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, the deity to invoke when starting new projects. So how amazing that the first card I pulled was Lord Ganesha. And then equally amazing after that I pulled Lakshmi. Yeah, so I was very surprised. Like, those were my first two cards of 2025. And then my final card, I got Parvati, the mother of Lord Ganesha. So yeah, I was super pleased with the cards that I got for January. And then my Lenormand reading down below, I got Cross, Moon, and Ring. 2 cards of commitment and 1 card of a sort of recognition. So I read that, especially the sort of spiritual connotation. I read that as being recognized by my deities for putting in the effort and the commitment to honor them. So that is the reading that I got last month. And I went ahead and put that in my journal. I showed this last month, but I hadn't yet decorated the pages. And here it is. So I still don't have the cover page ready for this, but I have it set up for a cover page. I just don't have the cover page in it yet, and I got a hair right there. There we go. But I have decorated the page for January. Here we go. I have January right here, and then I have it in Japanese, Ichigatsu, and then I have it in Irish, Inar. Yeah, and for each of the deities, I wrote in here the mantra that was in the book for each of them, and then I put my Lenormand reading right there. So I'm going to do something very similar for the next month, and there we go. So let me clear this out. We can give thanks to Ganesha, Lakshmi, and Parvati, and for their presence in the month of January. And I did actually, one of the things that I did for the moon readings for January is 3 out of 4 of them. Well, no, I think I sort of honored all 4. You honored them in all 4 moon readings, I'm pretty sure. But the first one I dedicated to Lord Ganesha, and then one of them I dedicated to Lakshmi, and another to Parvati, and then I had one where they were all honored together. So yeah, I kind of went with that route for 2025 for January. I don't know that I'll do the same thing for February, honoring the deities that I get from the envelope, but I did very much feel that it was important to do that, at least for January. So let me clear this out and we will open up February's cards. Okay, here we go. Here is February. I've got my handy dandy Cricut spatula to now see if I can open up this thing. Now I am trying to see if I can save these. I might do the same thing next year. I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm out of breath right now because I just forgot to have this by me and I just ran to go get it. So I'm a little out of breath, but there we go. And it is digging into the envelope a little bit as I try to lift this up. So I'm not sure how much. I'm not sure if I'll be able to save these for next year, but we'll see. All right, I think I got it. One more. There we go. Oh, it did totally rip the envelope. Good thing I have the protection paper underneath here to protect the cards. That was the exact reason I did this, because The tearing up of the card and also the hot wax going on, I really wanted to protect the card, so I put in freezer paper. So there we go. All right, so let me set those to the side, and I will pull out the cards. So I'm not sure I'll be able to save that save that envelope, but there we go. So let's lay these out like that, and lay these out right here. All right. So, all right, so let's let's turn around the first card. All right, we have Sri Rama, King of Dharma. Ooh, nice. Okay, so I have the book here. This is card number 31. Let's see, card number 31. Almost there. Okay, Sri Rama. So I just want to show the camera real quick. Lovely. All right, Sri Rama, King of Dharma. Okay, so if I'm trying to remember what I read last time. I think I read the beginning part, which tells about the deity. I think I also read the channeled message and the mantra. So let's do that. All right. So the perfect embodiment of Dharma, righteous living, in humankind mentally, spiritually, and physically, Rama is widely believed to have been an actual living historical figure. His exploits form the great Hindu epic Ramayana, which follows him as he overcomes the demon king Ravana, who kidnapped his wife Sita Devi. Diwali, the annual festival of lights, celebrates Rama. The ending age of Dwapara Yuga will continue until 2082 and will be preceded by the Golden Age. All right, great. So, a sort of embodiment of righteous living, mentally, spiritually, and physically. All right, so it's a channeled message from Sri Rama. I could achieve so much on earth because I had the expanded awareness of a God. Now in this ending age of Dwapara Yuga, when there is so much confusion and quarrels, I remind you to embody the deities for their wisdom. All right. I mean, actually, that's quite relevant for today's times, I think. All right. So, and of course, this book gives an interpretation for various aspects of one's life, like love, abundance, work, education, future, etc. So it's more. This is more for when you use this as an actual like oracle deck of divination. So there we go. Blessings from Sri Rama to embody peace and virtues. Place the Sri Rama, Hanuman, Vishnu, Sita Devi, and Lakshmi cards in front of you, and request each of their presences. Before you start to chant the mantra, ask Rama to stand behind you and visualize him in there. Then see him placing his hands on your crown chakra and flowing peace and virtues into you. Now for the mantra, chant the Mula mantra Om Shri Ramayana Namaha 11 or 108 times each day. This will invoke the presence of Rama along with Goddess Lakshmi, both of whom will grant you many wishes. Thank Rama and Lakshmi. Nice. Okay. I'm happy with that. And I do, I feel like the energies of Sri Rama, it's almost like finding a balance in turbulent times. And my goodness, are we in turbulent times? Yeah, I mean, we're in times right now where I'm actually quite concerned for my family, with, you know, with our new president and, the awful things that his administration is now doing. It's the type of things that directly affect members of my family. So it's turbulent times indeed for not just us, but everyone really. So, all right, so let's see the next card. All right. Mariamman. Mother Goddess of Women. So I really feel a strong women energy from this, and it's just the flames on her head, and you know, and like, you know, I was just talking about the turbulent times and our many of our rights being taken away, and our rights as women. And yeah, so that's very interesting. So this is card number 19. Let me see if I can find that. Of course I can find it. Mariamman. Mariamman is an ancient Dravidian protector goddess who is very popular in South India. I don't think I read the little blurb for Sri Rama. Let me go find that real quick. Okay, let's see. Because I didn't read this little bit. So Rama is the god of truth and virtue and the seventh incarnation of the supreme protector Vishnu. All right. So Mariamman, ancient Dravidian protector goddess who's very popular in South India. Mariamman had priestesses serving her from the pre-Vedic times of 1750 to 500 BCE, and is closely associated with the powerful goddess Kali, Parvati, and Durga. And I was just thinking how her energy was really connecting to the Parvati card from last month. She comes from the time when the cult of the mother goddess was an indication of a society that venerated femininity. Mariamman is a Tamil South Indian village deity in a simple shrine. She is a rain, prosperity, and fertility goddess who especially cares for women who are betrayed and mistreated by men, especially in past times when women were burned to death on their husband's funeral pyre. Mariamman does not have a consort and is said to prevent infectious diseases. Channeled message from Mariamman. As a goddess, I have great powers, so you would be well advised never to invoke my presence lightly or harm one of my priestesses or followers. I can take actions that will bring you joy or great difficulty as I protect the poorest of women. Remember this always, for once you seek my blessings, you must honor my powers as a protective goddess who sees the truth clearly. I love that. And in fact, it felt, when I was reading that, you know I'm focusing on the Indian goddess Mariamman, but as I was reading that, it was just like, it was almost like I felt the presence of An Morrigan, the Irish goddess, because this felt like her too, you know, and this felt like her energy. And so I actually love that. And this is kind of my first encounter of Mariamman. So yeah, yeah. I'm just feeling that strong energy. So, yeah, I don't know what else to say. So, blessings from Mariamman for spiritual powers. Ooh. Place a Mariamman, Samayaparam Mariamman. So there's another Mariamman's card in here. Parvati and Durgi Devi cards on your altar along with neem leaves, lemon, turmeric, and vermilion if it is available. Burn incense and light a candle or a ghee lamp. All right, so the mantra part is long. Yeah, all right, so ask for the presence of Mariamman as you hold her card, and then for the presence of the other goddesses. Tell Mariamman you wish to develop your spiritual powers so you can connect more closely with her wisdom and energy for protection. Spell out any difficulties and concerns you need her assistance with, and ask that you be granted her blessings for spiritual powers to overcome your problems. Look at her face and see if you sense her answer to you. Thank all the goddesses for their presence and blessings. Repeat this ritual for between 7 and 21 nights. The more you connect with Mariamman, the more of her powerful energy she will infuse in you, and the more you will sense her protective presence around you. Yeah, actually, that's kind of amazing, and I wonder if this month I might actually, I'm not going to pull out the other cards. I might pull out the Parvati card because that's already out. The other cards are in envelopes, so I can't do that. But I feel very connected to this right now. So I might do something similar to that, some sort of honoring practice this month. All right, so the final deity, we have Tulsi Amman. Oh, last night I just had Tulsi tea. Tulsi is Indian basil. Yeah, so Tulsi Aman, goddess of Tulsi plants. Nice. Just last night I had Tulsi tea. All right, so this is card 34. They are in alphabetical order. That's where the numbers come from. Like the numbers don't have any other significance other than to find them in the book, and they are in alphabetical order. So let's see, Tulsi Aman. All right, so Tulsi, or holy basil, plants are worshipped as an earthly manifestation of the goddess Tulsi, or Vrindu. Vrinda. I'm not wearing my glasses. It looked like a U. Tulsi Aman is an incarnation of Lakshmi and a consort of Vishnu. Tulsi is a sacred herb that is grown in pots in many Hindu homes and is also largely highly regarded as a plant to be used in pujas in honor of Vishnu. Tulsi's hair was turned into a Tulsi plant after her death by Vishnu, as she had wrongly prayed to him to protect her husband, the demon king Jalandhar. All right, channel message from Tulsi Aman. I caused harm by my wrong choices, but I am also devoted to my husband and thus misused the protective powers of Vishnu. Part of me is now an earthly plant that helps many people while my soul is with Vishnu as Lakshmi. Interesting. So blessings from Tulsi Aman and Lakshmi for mind healing. Place a Tulsi, Lakshmi, and Vishnu cards on a table next to a Tulsi plant. In the morning, after showering, ask the deities to be present and hold a container of water in your hands as you chant the mantra. And the mantra, repeat the Gayatri mantra. Om Tripurai Vidmahe Tulsi Patre Dimahi Tano Tulsi Prachodayat or Prachodayat. Let me meditate on the goddess of Okamam. O goddess who is dear to Vishnu, give me higher intelligence and let Brinda illuminate my mind 108 times, and then pour the water into a Tulsi plant and thank the deities. Nice. Okay, so that's very interesting. We've got we've got two deities that are kind of protectors, the Mariamman is mostly the protector deity here, and primarily of women. And I am associating it not just with women, but like the marginalized. And that's, to me, Mariamman is really shining through as the dominant deity in this particular trifecta here. Sri Rama it's kind of that encouraging peace in turbulent times, and then we have Tulsi Aman, which is very much an intelligence and wisdom sort of energy, and I'm connecting that more personally with the fact that I actually just got my my results from the JLPT, and I passed, and I'm really excited about that. And I talked about that in my last video, so I'm not going to talk about it too much here, but yeah, so, and going forward, I am continuing those intellectual pursuits. And so that's kind of where my mind was going with Tulsi Aman here. But yeah, so I still very much feel like the dominant force in this trio is Mariamman. All right, so let's do the reading here. Okay. Okay, immediately I'm thinking of, we've got, I didn't say the cards. We've got bear, anchor, and mice. Yeah, so bear is kind of a sturdy force. In work sort of readings, we might think of it as like your boss, that it's a bit authoritative. In fact, I felt it kind of connected with the first card here, Sri Rama. It's more because it's kingly, and it's a sturdy, reliable source. And then we have the anchor that is anchored to it. It is very much an anchored sort of card here. And bear and anchor are also cards that could be related to work, sure, but that's not really the feeling that I'm getting from this. So it's kind of being anchored to something sturdy. But if we're anchored to that and we don't give any sort of leave, things can chip away at that. So I'm sort of reading this as kind of a warning, but more of a, like, you know, when we anchor ourselves to something heavy and sturdy, and, you know, we might feel safe, but over time those things can chip away. So we need to be able to know when to lift that anchor. So that's kind of the reading that I'm getting from this. And all right, so last mystery cards video, I talked about my plans for February, or I talked about my plans for January. But I actually already did that for February in the previous video, going over my magical month of January. And I think I forgot that I was intending on doing my month ahead in these readings. So, you know, if you're interested in what I'm planning on doing in February, go ahead and check out my previous video. Yeah, so otherwise, I think we will call this a day. And thank you so much for being with me while I open my mystery cards. I will see you all later. Bye!